Okay, Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. So today I will be presenting an analysis of the flipbook based on the short story, The Pencil by Ali Majod. So I will begin with a brief overview of the front page, table of content, and the author's background, followed by a summary of the story. Then I will provide a detailed explanation of the three activities included in the manuals, discussing the use of both digital and non-digital materials in each. So the table of contents lays out the structure of the flipbook, making navigation easy. So it includes a section on the author's background, an overview of the story, and the three activities focusing on reading, speaking, and writing skills. So here is as we all can see, the background of the author, Ali Majud, from 1940 till 2012, was a distinguished Malaysian writer known for his rich and evocative storytelling. So he worked as a teacher and later became a senior editor at Dewan Bahasa and Pustaka. Most his work often explored themes of kindness, empathy, and social awareness. So the pencil here is a perfect example of his ability to turn simple everyday objects into profound symbols of human experience. Okay, next let's look at the overview of the pencil. So the story revolves around a young boy who desires a pencil, a seemingly just a small object that carries great significance for him. It highlights themes of poverty, aspirations, and the value of kindness. So the boy's longing for a pencil symbolizes his dream and the barrier he faces in achieving them. Through this story, Majud emphasized how even the simplest act of generosity can transform a person's life. So, throughout all the lessons here, students will be provided both digital materials, like in examples here is the Google Slides, and also the printed copy of the short story. Okay, now let's look at the first activity, which is reading level Form 1 for intermediate proficiency. So for the content standard will be 3.1, understand a variety of text by using a range of appropriate reading strategies to construct meaning. And the learning standard will be recognized with support the attitudes of or opinion of characters in simple text. So the learning objective, there are two here. Student will be able to identify at least three main ideas from the pencil by Ali Majud with 80% accuracy. Secondly, student will be able to summarize the story orally in pairs using their own words. Okay, so we'll be using two materials here, two kind of materials, digital materials using the Google Slides and the digital copy of the pencils, the projector to display Google Slides in class, and for the non-digital materials will be the printed copies of the pencils for reading and silent reading, and also to jot down the notes for them for the to enhance their comprehension, and also a real pencil used as a physical object to engage students in set induction. Okay, right here is the Google slide that we prepared for the lesson plans, and we begin with some of the questions here being used to probe or trigger the students' learning process to facilitate them to understand the text better. Okay, the first one will be, what do you think is the most important lesson the author wants us to know or to learn from this story, and why? So it triggers their uh, own self-memory. I mean their own prior knowledge based on the story and connect to them and give the reasons why this story connect with them. How can they relate with their life? Mhm. And the second one will be how does the pencil symbolize the struggle of the main character? Provide example from the text. So here the teacher will navigate the students to find certain simple things such as pencils and to make them to think creatively about certain meaning of certain symbols here. And then the next question that is that what challenges do the characters face in the story and how they respond to them? Okay, meaning they have to understand deeper by looking at the challenges facing by the characters. And if these kind of things happen to them, how would they react in real life situation? And next would be if you had to explain this story to someone in just 3 sentences, what key point would you include? So in this stage, they need to summarize all the stories mm, in their head and then to come up with a simpler, I mean, to summarize uh, the story itself based on their own understanding in simple form. Okay, and on the last phase, I would suggest the closure phase. I would probe these questions. How would you retell this story from the perspective of the pencil? What emotion and experiences would it describe? Okay, so let's go to the next will be the manual. So the lesson begins with an engaging set induction where the teacher shows a real pencil and asks students about its meaning, encouraging personal reflection. So this leads to an interactive Google Slides okay, presentation introducing the setting and theme of the story. Students then predict the story's content. Right? So during the presentation stage, students receive copies of the story and take turn reading aloud. The teacher facilitates comprehension through guiding questions about character and conflict, while also explaining key vocabulary such as poverty, sacrifice, and perseverance. For practice, students silently reread the text and underline the main ideas and discuss in pair. The teachers check responses and clarify misconception if there's any, using visual slides and guiding questions to reinforce understanding and their predictions. So in the production phase, students retell the story in pair using their own word, with selected student presenting to the class. And the teacher provide feedback on language use before leading a discussion on the moral values of the story. And finally, in the closure, students reflect on their learning by sharing insight. The teacher assigned a short reflective paragraph for homework, connecting the story to their personal experience and summarize key points to wrap up the lesson. So I believe this structured approach ensure active student participation, comprehension, as well as the Bloom's taxonomy, the critical thinking, while fostering meaningful connection with the text. So this lesson plan effectively integrate reading and listening skill through an interactive approach. It begins with set induction, where a real-world object, a pencil, is used to activate student prior knowledge, aligning with the schema theory according to Anderson 1984, which emphasized that learning is more effective when connected the existing experiences. So the Google slide with image and guided questions further support visual learning, so making abstract concept more concrete for the student. In the presentation phase, scaffolding techniques such as guided questions and vocabulary explanation help students comprehend the text. Following the Vygotsky 1978 theory that learning occurs best with structured support. So by reading aloud, students enhance pronunciation, their fluency and comprehension, while teacher-led questioning ensure active learning. The practice phase reinforces understanding through collaborative learning, which improve critical thinking and problem solving, according to Johnson and Johnson 1999. Google Slide and discussion activities encourage students to analyze key events and prediction, so fostering high-order thinking skills. During production, students summarize the story in their own way, so promoting active learning and oral communication. According to the research by Nation 2007, they highlight that summarization enhances comprehension and memory retention by encouraging students to construct meaning independently. A discussion on moral values further connect the lesson to real life experiences, fostering personal and ethical reflection. Finally, the closure phase consolidates learning through um, self-reflection, supporting deep understanding and long-term retention, according to Moon 1999. The homework task encourage students to relate the lesson to uh, their own personal experiences, making learning more meaningful. Summarizing key points ensure students leave with a clear grasp of the story's themes and messages. So in this speaking activity for Form 1 with intermediate proficiency, students practice expressing their ideas clearly and engaging in discussion about the story, the pencil. So the lesson is to support two content standards. First one, to communicating ideas, opinions and feelings, and through understanding text using reading strategies. And the learning objective, there are two, focus on helping students should be able to express their thoughts and opinion about the story using appropriate vocabulary. The second one, to participate in structured discussion, giving reason for their viewpoint. So to support learning, both digital and non-digital materials are used. For digital tools like Google Slides for image and guided questions, a digital copy of the pencil, and a projector. Non-digital materials like printed role-play script, real pencil, and also sticky notes for writing reflections. So by combining interactive discussions, role-play, and reflection activities, this lesson helps students to improve speaking skills and critical thinking while making learning more engaging. This speaking discussion activity encourage students to think deeply about the story, make personal connections, and express their idea clearly. So the discussion is divided into five key areas, which is for the stage in the lesson plan. Number one will be the interpretation and personal connection. So I will prompt these kind of questions to for students to imagine what the pencil would say about its journey and relate it to real life experiences. This helps them to develop empathy and gain a deeper understanding. And for the second part will be the themes and moral analysis. They will discuss the main message of the story and how its lesson can be applied in daily life, encouraging critical thinking and moral reflection among them. And the third slide, I will suggest a character perspective. So student will take the role of the pencil holder, and I will navigate them to explore about emotions and what the story teaches about perseverance. Okay, and for the next stage, the prompt questions about alternative ending. So they given a choice, so they create a different ending for the story and analyze how it would change the lesson. Uh, so this on this stage, they will spark creativity and discussion among them. And for the fifth slide, it's about suggest a debate, and they need to provide a justification for that. So students discuss whether the story teach patience or resilience, choosing a side and justifying their opinions. Okay. So at the end of the activity, students complete exit ticket, writing a short reflection on what they learned. So this help reinforce key ideas and give insight into their understanding. So this lesson is designed to help students develop their speaking skill through discussion, debate, maybe role play, and reflections. So making the learning interactive and engaging. All right. So we start with the set induction. The teacher shows an image of a pencil and asks, "What do you associate with a pencil?" As students respond, the teacher will connect their ideas to themes like creativity, learning, and perseverance. Then the teacher introduces the story title and asks, "What do you think the story might be about?" So this simple discussion help activate student prior knowledge and encourage them to express their thought clearly. Next is the presentation phase. Okay, since this is a speaking lesson, students practice their reading aloud skills by taking turns reading the story. So this improves pronunciation, fluency, and confidence in speaking. So as they read, the teacher highlight a few new vocabulary, explaining meaning in context, and encourage students to repeat and use the word in sentences. So after reading, students summarize the story in their own word, helping them practice expressing ideas concisely and clearly. In the practice stage, the teacher encouraged deeper thinking by asking what lesson does the story teach. So the students discuss in pair, then share their answers with the class, giving them a chance to practice structured speaking and idea organization. Okay, then the teacher introduced a debate. Is the pencil a metaphor? If so, what does it represent? So students take different viewpoints and justify their opinions, reinforcing logical reasoning and maybe using persuasive speaking skill for the debates. Okay, the production phase another allow students to be creative. They work in a small group to create a short dialogue inspired by the story. Each group then perform their dialogue in front of the class, helping them practice natural speech delivery, voice modulations, and expression. After the performances, the teacher and peer provide constructive feedback on clarity, fluency, and pronunciation. And finally, in the closure, the student reflect on the lesson by answering what personal connection can you make with the story. So this encourage spontaneous speaking and personal expression. They then complete an exit ticket, writing one sentence about what they've learned. To wrap up, a few volunteers maybe can share their thoughts aloud, reinforcing their confidence to in public speaking. So for me, overall, this speaking focused lesson plan provide students with multiple opportunities to develop their oral communication skills through reading aloud, discussions, debate, role play, and reflections. So making speaking practice both meaningful and enjoyable in a class setting. So this lesson plan is designed to actively engage students while ensuring the comprehension through uh, well-rationalized activities. In set induction, the use of realia, a pencil, activate prior knowledge and stimulate curiosity by creating tangible connection to the lesson. So this approach helps students link new concepts to existing experiences, making learning more meaningful. In the presentation phase, guided questioning during reading enhance vocabulary understanding and thematic comprehension. This technique fosters critical thinking and ensures students grasp key ideas, preparing them for deeper discussion. The practice phase incorporates think, pair, share, a collaborative learning strategy that allows students to refine their ideas before sharing, improving their confidence and analytical skills. For production, roleplay is used to align with the communicative language teaching (CLT), encouraging fluency and real-world language use. This approach enables students to apply language in more authentic contexts, reinforcing their speaking skills. The closure phase utilized the an exit ticket strategy, prompting students to reflect on the lesson and establish a personal connection to the text. So this strategy strengthens comprehension and retention of learning outcomes. So this lesson align with the CEFR at the B1 or maybe B2 level, focusing on speaking skills such as expressing opinion, justifying viewpoint, and engaging in structured discussion. So the activities like collaborative discussions, debate, and role play support CEFR emphasis on functional language use. So their research also highlight the effectiveness of student-centered activities like role-playing in improving oral proficiency. That is according to Richard 2015 and also support by Nation and Yamamoto 2020. So additionally, the integration of digital tools like Google Slides support multimodal learning. It's catering to diverse learning preferences. So these lessons ensure that should be remain engaging, interactive, and of course to be adaptable to various student needs. So this lesson is designed to help students develop their writing skills while also encouraging critical thinking and personal reflection. So we start by looking at the content and learning standard. The focus is on helping students understand the text, analyze it, themes and moral values, and then express their thoughts through writing. So by the end of the lesson, students will be able to identify key ideas from the story and write a reflective paragraph about how small object like a pencil can symbolize something meaningful in their life. Okay, so to support this, we use a mix of digital and non-digital materials. For digital tools, a student will brainstorm and share their ideas on Padlet. They will also watch a YouTube video titled "The Pencil: Story of Appreciation and Gratitude" to reinforce their understanding of the story's message. And a digital copy of the story is also available, and the teacher uses a projector to display key points. As for non-digital materials, students will use pen and notebook for their writing tasks. A real pencil is introduced as a physical object to spark discussion during the set induction. Additionally, sticky notes or index cards are used for short reflection where students write down one sentence takeaway from the lesson. Okay, to To wrap up, students submit an exit ticket on Padlet where they share their reflection on what they learned from the pencil. So this allows them to see each other's perspective, reinforcing the idea that writing is not just about expressing thought, it's about connecting ideas and emotions. Yeah. Okay, so here are some of the digital tools that I've been using during this lesson plan. So such here is the YouTube short videos of the pencil, and down here we both of these using Padlet platform. The first session will be the brainstorming session, and the last on the black dot here is for the exit ticket, where student will write a one sentence, right? Okay, let's move on to the lesson plan. So this lesson is designed to help students develop their writing skills by reflecting on personal experiences and understanding how simple object can carry deep meaning. Okay, so here's with me is the manual for the lesson plan for writing. So we begin with a set induction where I introduce a real pencil and ask students what do you think a pencil can symbolize. This helps spark their creativity and encourage them to think beyond the ordinary. Students brainstorm their ideas and I guide them toward the key themes of the story, appreciating the simple things in life. Okay, so moving into the presentation phase, I play a YouTube video called The Pencil Story of Appreciation and Gratitude. As students watch, they take notes on key points to enhance their comprehension. So afterward, I read and accept aloud, ensuring students can follow the text while also listening to proper pronunciation and intonation. To reinforce their understanding, we have a class discussion on the story's themes such as appreciation and sacrifice. The practice phase is where students start making personal connection. I will ask them, can you think of an object in your life that hold deep meaning? They share their thoughts on Padlet, then discuss in pairs. So to guide their writings, I provide a prompt. Uh, Write a short paragraph about a small object that has a big impact on your life. So before they start writing, they brainstorm and outline their ideas. Okay. Right now we move to the production phase. So this is where students individually write their reflective paragraph. So as they work, I will walk around monitoring their progress and provide feedback on their ideas and writing. So once they have completed their work, selected students share their response with the class. Okay? Uh, we then discuss common themes that appear in their writing, reinforcing the idea that even the smallest things in life can have powerful meaning. Okay, so to close this lesson, I lead a recap on the moral lesson from the story, emphasizing the importance of appreciation. Students reflect on what they have learned and share their thoughts on symbolism and its role in storytelling. So finally, for their exit ticket, they will write one sentence about what they will appreciate more after reading the pencils and post it on Padlet. Mhm. Okay, so overall, this lesson encourages students to uh, think deeply and express their thoughts clearly and uh, improve their writing skills through meaningful reflections by combining storytelling, discussions, and personal writing. Students not only enhance their language abilities but also learn valuable life lessons. So this lesson is designed to enhance student writing abilities, critical thinking, and personal reflection through structured activities. In set induction, a real pencil is used as a discussion prompt to activate prior knowledge and stimulate curiosity. So this approach encourages analysis and evaluation. Key components of higher order thinking skills as outlined in Bloom's taxonomy. The presentation phase incorporates a YouTube video to enhance engagement and comprehension. Research shows that multimedia learning benefits visual learners and improve understanding of abstract themes. So the use of audiovisual materials align with dual coding theory according to Pavio 1990, which suggests that combining verbal and visual information enhance learning. Theme-based discussion further strengthens student reading comprehension, analytical and metacognitive skill according to Graham and Parent 2007. In practice, students engage in more personal reflection by discussing meaningful objects in their own lives. So this activity fosters synthesis, a higher order cognitive skill, and align with Vygotsky (1978) social constructivist theory, which emphasized learning through interaction. So the reflective writing has also been shown to improve student ability to express complex thoughts and deepen their learning. The production phase requires students to write a reflective paragraph about a small object of personal significance, promoting self-expression and writing fluency. Research indicates that the writing strengthens communication, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. So peer sharing further support collaborative learning, with a study showing that peer feedback improves writing proficiency according to Graham, Harris, and Santangelo in 2015. And also finally, in closure, students complete an exit ticket, writing one sentence on what they now appreciate more. So this strategy encourages metacognition and self-awareness, reinforcing learning outcomes, reflecting I mean the uh, reflective writing has been found to enhance student ability to analyze experiences and apply insight to new contexts. So by incorporating writing tasks that develop HOT, this lesson prepare students for critical thinking and problem solving in both academic and real world settings. As we come to the end of this session, I would like to take a moment to reflect on our learning journey and the importance of literature in secondary schools. Literature is more than just stories, poems, and plays. For me, it's a windows into different worlds, cultures, and human experiences. Through literature, students don't just improve their readings and writing skills, they also develop critical thinking, empathy, and creativity. When students analyze a character's struggles, they learn about perseverance. When they debate a novel's themes, they strengthen their reasoning and communication skills. So this is not just academic abilities, they are life skills that prepare them for the future. Think about it. When students read a novel, they step into someone else's shoes, they understand different perspectives, emotions, and challenges. So this helps them become more open-minded and emotionally intelligent individuals. So literature also teach moral values, helping students reflect on their own actions and beliefs. For example, here a single short story like Pencil by Ali Majod can teach a powerful lesson about appreciations, resilience, and gratitude. Lesson that stays with them beyond the classroom. Another important aspect of literature is self-reflection or self-expression. When students discuss or write about a literary piece, they are encouraged to share their own thoughts and interpretations. So this is not only boost their confidence in speaking and writing, but also allows them to connect with their personal experiences to what they read. It makes learning meaningful and engaging. And let's not forget the joy of reading. A well-told story can transport students to fantasy world, historical events, or even futuristic societies, expanding their imagination and curiosity. It helps them think outside the box and develop a love for storytelling, which can be a lifelong passion. Okay, so in short, literature is a powerful tool for shaping young minds. It nurtures creativity, improve communication skills, build character, and connect us to the world around us. That is why it plays such an important role in secondary school education. With that, I would like to say thank you for listening. I hope this discussion have given you a new appreciation for literature and its role in education. So let's continue to inspire students not just to read, but to think, reflect, and grow through literature. Thank you. Bye bye now.